And some of us, me included, are just tired of the cold. But if you love the ice in a controlled setting and you like motorcycles, we've got a preview of a show that is perfect for you to check out this weekend.
That's right. We got Ken Remer, a.k.a. the Stuntman, in studio. He's a former performer with the World Championship Ice Racing Series, and they're bringing their Crazy Train show, if you didn't know, to the Vibrant Arena come tomorrow at 7.
No kidding. So before we go any further, we both had what ice racing is completely wrong. We figured it would be on skates or snowboard, something like that. What is ice racing?
Right, what is ice racing? You know, you've seen quad motorcycle racing on the dirt. You've seen it on the asphalt as far as car racing and stuff, but have you seen it on indoor ice? You know, everybody asks, Ken, you're ice racing on an indoor hockey rink? Absolutely. You know, 0 to 60 in 100 feet. Jeez. We're turning that ice rink essentially into a mini NASCAR track or sprint car track with the top riders in the United States on the ice, in the indoor ice, on motorcycles and four-wheelers.
And you're talking about that 100 meters. I mean, there's very little margin for error at that sort of
100
point.
feet, there's very minimal time for error. You gotta, if you make a mistake, you gotta make it up fairly quick. It's all about the whole shot, getting out front. You know, like the quads are built like mini sprint cars. You gotta get into that corner, first one into the corner, and try to make a pass. If you don't, you know, get up front right away. And same thing with the motorcycles. If you've seen Flat Track or MotoGP, it's all about that speed and getting down the rink, but it's on ice. So a lot of traction with all those screws, those cold cutter screws in those tires, but minimal braking power. So you're going to see some wrecks and some high flying action coming into the corners, as you can see in the video in the background, and it's going to be great.
So Ken, just as a stuntman and as someone who's kind of been in their positions before, what goes through your mind when you're on the bike and you're flying around, you're zipping and going?
Right, you know, when you're down on the ice, obviously things are going extremely quick. And everything's got to happen like this, you know? So it's crazy how much adrenaline and energy will take it out of you, because 4 laps sometimes feels like I'm doing 4 laps on the big track on the outdoors, because your adrenaline's just going the whole time. You're white knuckled, you got that death grip on the handlebars, and you're trying to make things happen like now. Like there's no relaxing for 4 laps. It's as fast as you can possibly think of riding.
All right, well, I can tell that you have just so much love and passion for this sport. Where did that kind of start? And anybody else, how can they get into it?
Absolutely, just reach out to us. You know, if you are a pro rider on the dirt, on flat track, TT, motorcycle, or quad, reach out to us and we can get you the information, how to get the screws and such forth. In the quad class, we have a semi-pro class where if you're on the pro level already on the dirt, come and race with us, qualify for the pro class. If you're a flat track rider with a motorcycle, TT, oval, reach out to me. We'll get you set up with some tires, with some pro builders and stuff, and come out and ride with us. Compete for the World Championship. It's the only one like it in the United States. We're the only ones that do this. This is the only place to see it. So we encourage, you know, especially the kids. We got kids classes. You know, we want to grow the sport as much as possible, so we want to get the kids involved as much as we possibly can.
And you were getting to my next question, because you started to mention the kids. We wanted to know, is this like a family-friendly event? What sort of things should people be expecting as they're getting ready to go?
Absolutely, it's all about family, because, you know, all the kids and the racers that are riding, it's all about the family. You know, you'll listen to them in interviews and stuff. What got them to where they're at today? It's mom, dad, uncles, grandpas. It's all about family, bringing them up into sport and supporting them.
Yeah. So give us a couple details about the event tomorrow. Where's it going to be at? What time? How can people get those tickets?
Yep, so Ticketmaster or the box office, 5:30 to 6:30 for an extra $5. There's going to be a pit party from 5:30 to 6:30 before the race, and there you can meet the riders and see the machines and ask questions that you may have, especially if you're interested in joining us in a future race or interested in the sport. If you can't make it before the race, there's also autographs with all the racers, all the pro racers after the race. We're going to have, the only time you can see it is the motorcycle limbo on ice, and then the fastest paced racers in the United States. In the Vibrant Center down in Moline, and we're looking forward to it. I mean, these guys are excited to be here.
Ken, I know this is kind of a personal question, because we saw his bio and we saw you were a part of some of the Batman movies and stuff. How did you get to be a part of those sorts of things? I mean, I know this is a very unique I guess, career field. But can you just kind of get into your background just a little bit more?
Yeah, I got lucky when I was 19 years old. Rick Lefevre got me involved with Midwest Stunts. At the time, I was very involved with horses. Got involved with this horse stunt, and it grew into a show back in the day that was being filmed in Chicago. And since then, I ended up working on numerous TV shows, and then movies, The Dark Knight and Superman, Batman Begins. It's all on some of the pages out there if you look up my name, and it's been great. I thank the Lord above that been able to do the things I do, and then bring it to the race series once we purchase that. So
That's awesome. Ken, you're not new to this, you're true to this. Thank you so much for coming by. Tickets still available
Yes.
tomorrow.
Yep.
So you want to make sure you get that in. And GMQC at 11 will be right back after this.